Hi and welcome to bex-treks. In the last video we looked at the TRANGIA stove and I was telling you about some of the pros and cons of that system. Some might believe that the biggest con of all is the aluminium cook pot that comes with the Camper 25. So I'm going to change the pot but keep the stove. Let's see what we can do. This is the original pot. This is aluminium. There is some research done by scientists that suggest that using aluminium like this may bring on the early onset of dementia and Alzheimer's. Do your own research, please do your own research. If you do have a real fear of using aluminium, then maybe something like this will do you. This is the Primus 1 litre, and I'm sure they'll do a smaller version if you want, but this is for real cooking. And the Primus, I have to kind of build it up, so that becomes the lid for a skillet. Now that is a ceramic glaze in that. That's lovely for a little fried egg in that. So a tiny little skillet, and that becomes the handle for this pot here. This is what once held it all together. I'm just going to remove some of the things I already have in mind, such as this cup and the little scourer. That, and it works. Now mine has plenty of use, this pot, which has the increments from 250, 5, 750 and a litre there, and the increments can be seen from the inside and outside there. What this pot really excels in is it has the ridges. Now there, it has concentric circles all the way around, which means it doesn't want to slip off even on slightly unlevel ground. As you can see here, that's quite a lean I've got on that there. Now my other pot would just slide off that, and obviously you're in danger of scalding yourself. So now I have found a pot that fits this. You might think 1 litre is a bit big for you, like, so I'd shop around and probably get a smaller one, but I do proper food in that. I open a tin of curry or chicken white sauce, plonk it in that, rice, and then I need to simmer it. The inside of it is an anodized aluminium. It has a coating over the aluminium, which is a lot safer than just using ordinary neat aluminium such as that of the Camper 25 pot there, which, if you are worried about the effects of aluminium, you will want to go with an anodization. So to prevent that scratching, a little cloth, there is my TRANGIA and that type of windshield there. I'm just going to plonk that in, and that's all I need. Now I have lots of room in this 1 litre pot left over, and I have a lovely little knife, fork and spoon set there. We're going to come back to that on a different video. I can also put in a couple of spare lighters there. I also have a little bottle there of wash liquid. I know not many people want to wash the pots, but I do. And a folder cup, which we'll come back to, different video again. Little scrubber there, which is natural sponge. In here so far is the windshield, pot stand, the actual stove, a drying cloth, the cup, the sponge, couple of lighters, wash liquid, and obviously I can put that back on there, and that makes the lock now to fasten it all together. Try and do this without my glasses on. There you go, all fits into there. After buying this Primus pot here, I did contemplate using stainless steel, so I bought a stainless steel, and it didn't take me long to realise that there's nothing wrong at all with this anodised Primus 1 litre. It is ideal for what I want. Now, if you were only using trail food, obviously it is far too big, and you can use a smaller cup if all you're doing is boiling water to rehydrate. Something like this, a good replacement for this, because I can get a ration pack into here. Let's just put out a windshield, fire it all up. Okay, I'm going to use the fast bloom technique. Just give that a little dip, roll that in. This is great for the winter. You're not going to need to do this in the summer. Pop that onto there. Water's already in. Put the windshield around and light that up. I'll put a lid on it in a minute. Just get my lighter and we light the actual stove rope itself and not the fuel well. So the skillet does double up as the lid. I just turn the handle the other way around. Now that is a lot better bloom than you're ever going to get just by lighting the well. You do have to assemble the handles yourself, only a couple of seconds. And as you can see, mine is well and truly broken in. I've been using it more than a year now. Can extinguish the TRANGIA, let that cool down for an hour before I can move it. Yeah, that brought that into a boil relatively quick, and that is a big 1 litre. Now then, here's the great thing. If I was to put a little more water into that and boil it off, I could put a few of these in tea bags into here like that and give that a stir and get the lid back on. And I've got a generous teapot for a party of maybe 4 people. Another change I'm going to make to the TRANGIA set, I've already changed the pot. I'm going to change the stove as well. The stove, the windshield, the pot stand, all that. I'm not blown away by it. I don't dislike it. I think it's very, very much overrated. What I'm going to do is put my own stove in there. I did tell you I was going to upgrade my TRANGIA camper set. Not only have I upgraded the actual pot, it's an upgrade in my opinion anyway, but I'm going to upgrade the actual stove I'm going to put in here as well from a TRANGIA. So it's not really an upgrade, is it? What I've done is just not bother with the TRANGIA at all. I've changed the stove and the pot, but there you go. Like I said, I'm not a lover of the TRANGIA. I think it's massively, massively overrated. I think my homemade stove can do equally a better job. In fact, my stove boils twice as fast and doesn't have a bloom time and has a built-in pot stand. But you are going to see that next time I'll show you my homemade stove, and hell, we'll even do a burn off one to the other. Then put my favourite stove in my favourite pot. That contains everything I want in there. But if you do want to see stainless steel of different sizes and have me explain why I would use a stainless steel, all you got to do is hang about, maybe subscribe to the channel, and I hate begging you for subscriptions because it means absolutely nothing to me, because I don't make money from YouTube. So it's only for your own benefit to remind you that that video is coming up. Right, got to lose some weight. There, got my water. got my pot, got my fuel, got some tea bags. Have to remember to put some sugar in and some creamer. That is my favourite setup so far, other than I need to change a stove. So yeah, don't be too offended if my preference isn't the same as yours. However, if you are looking for a larger pot, whether you team it up with a Trangia, a wood burning stove, gas, liquid alcohol, whatever your preference, there's nothing wrong with the actual pot. It's been my go-to favourite now for well over a year. I like to stop off at shop, get tin food, plonk it in, stir it. Because it doesn't have a beveled base on the inside, it doesn't stick that much if you remember to keep stirring it. That said, we are going to come back and have a look at stainless steel of different sizes, whether it fits the Trangia or not. Anyway, I am bloody freezing. I'm going to go home, get myself a tea bag with some sugar and some milk. Until next time, take care of yourself and I'll see you out there. Happy trails.